The following podcast should not be misconstrued as legal advice in any way, shape, or form. You would have to be an absolute idiot to take our advice seriously. I mean, look at us. Nate thinks Jerry Jones got good value for the Micah Parsons trade. Joe thinks cotton candy is made out of cotton. We cannot stress enough. Do not take our advice. The listener does so at their own peril. All right, well, I'm Joe.
And I'm Nate.
And we are the premier criminal consultants in the Boston area. Happy to be here with you guys. Today we have a great guest. He's one of the funniest comedians around town. He's been blown up everywhere. The man, the myth, the legend, the boy from Boston. It's Gary Bolles, everybody.
Woo, there he is.
That intro, that was unbelievable. You guys are the fucking best.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. We appreciate that.
We try, dude. We do our best. We do.
Good, man. How are you doing on this fine day, Gary?
This is great. I haven't been in between two guys since I was in jail. So this is
Oh, yeah, dude. You're the perfect spot, dude. I know. God, I know. Since he's been in jail. It's like he was sent here from the gods, dude.
It's like being between two warm blankets.
They had me fill some out. They're like, do you or anyone in your family, have you had criminal experience? I'm like, well, a little bit maybe.
Maybe just a touch,
Just
dude.
a little touch.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a
I
very
can't wait. Yeah,
I'm actually, I am so
quickly.
excited, dude. You are the most Boston person that I've ever met. And I've only lived here since January, but you are hands down the most Boston person I've ever met,
I'll
dude.
definitely take this as a compliment.
Yeah, definitely, dude. It's a beautiful thing, dude.
And that's coming from the most Louisiana person I've ever met.
I know.
Oh, dude, and y'all haven't even seen nothing, dude. I said, but my guy, I mean, you're like my uncle to the max, dude. I know you're like my uncle turned up to 12.
When
dude.
I seen him do comedy, I'm like, this prick. He got a fucking accent, like
Yeah,
fucking
I know.
Louisiana accent.
Just
Must
cuts
be
through
nice.
everything.
And he's funny. You know what I mean? It didn't have to be funny. You just sound like that. People like listening. They're like, listen to this guy's accent.
At least he's not tall and handsome.
I know. Jesus Christ.
You know what, dude? I will own that I still look like a pregnant snake. I do not care what anybody says, dude. I have a beautiful gut, dude. I look like a pregnant snake, dude.
Oh my
But
god.
well, dude, yeah, no, we're very glad to have you, Gary. And look, I do want to make sure that we plug real quick. You said you have a show September 3rd and a show September 12th.
Yeah, so Laugh Boston on the 29th. Oh, you said this comes out
Yeah,
after,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So sorry. September 3rd is Capo, and then September 12th is Carolee's Corner in Onset, Mass, and then there'll be other dates.
Fantastic,
And
dude.
September will be another.
Yeah,
one.
definitely.
Make sure to go see him. He's hilarious.
Thank you,
And
guys.
look, so Gary, tell us. I guess let's get
really,
into it.
we
dude.
start
Yeah.
with the crime experience. Okay,
Yeah.
so like we have to. So like as you might know, as you might have heard, we are the premier criminal consultants, and we're happy to have you as a client.
That's true.
But as part of the onboarding process, we like to ask some questions, get to know our clients, make sure that everything's copacetic. So it does sound like you're an experienced criminal, though.
Yeah.
remarkably
yeah.
experienced. In fact, maybe the most experienced criminal we've ever had on here, dude.
Oh, by far.
So what's crazy is my only arrest is that the big thing we'll get into,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
But
sure.
So when I go to my probation officer, she shows me a sheet of white paper and it's just one line. She goes, "This is your record?"
That's insane.
She goes, "That's." You. I goes, "I've done other shit. Just haven't got caught." Listen, this is a whole nother conversation. I'm about to snitch on myself here.
It is true that, like, if you have a record at all, I used to, when I lived in Scottsdale, Arizona, we used to get pulled over by the police all the time. Don't ask me. I'd like, dude, I don't know why they treat me the way I do. I look like this, but they would get real mad at
Yeah,
us.
but you also look like you have a militia in your backyard.
It's-
No, I don't trust you at all. I can definitely see why they have to do it.
Always, dude. I've
It's
been
like, how can I help you boys? I'm like, oh shit, this got a grenade under the fucking
It's got
passenger
at least
seat.
5 rifles in the
I've
trunk.
been fucking sitting on a curb in fucking handcuff, waiting for fucking just, oh man, this ain't good. This is not looking good today. So many times, dude. But I had a buddy in high school that when we used to get pulled over, as soon as they took his license, they'd go back and run it, and they would pull him out of the car immediately, and they'd go,
Oh, yeah.
and I'll say his name, dude. I love him to death, dude. And Tyler Grandinetti, dude. They would pull him out, and they'd pull him out the car, and they'd go, Mr. Grandinetti, we have to search you immediately. You have the longest record we have ever seen in the Scottsdale Police Department, dude. And it was a fucking like mostly white rich town, dude. There wasn't a lot of crime,
Yeah.
and we were doing a lot of vandalism and like selling drugs and shit.
gotcha.
So-
Dude, at that
Yeah.
point, they just give you your own cell. Oh, don't go. No, his cell's in use. He's
This
there
is the
again.
he was-
Grandinetti room.
Yeah, exactly. He'd be hanging out with the Mexicans in there, dude. One time he went in there like only in his boxers, dude. His dad, they went to arrest him at the house, dude, and like his parents wouldn't answer the door, and he was hammered, so he accidentally answered, and they were like, "Mr. Grandinetti," and he said, "Do you have a warrant for my arrest?" And they said, "No," and he said, "Fuck you," and he closed the door, dude. And then his dad, they finally woke him up, and he went and they pulled him out of bed, dude, and sent him to the jailhouse.
You
in
know
his
what I love
boxers.
about this kid? He gets arrested on a Tuesday. He's like, oh, great, it's Salisbury steak night. Of
Yeah,
course
exactly.
he knows
Yeah,
that.
that was
So
him. That
fucking
was him.
much.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, sorry. But yeah, so look, well, Gary, the one crime that you've been arrested for 2 times is remarkable. Do you want to go ahead and?
Did you get arrested for it 2 times? Tell us the story, Gary.
So what happened is I was on opiates like around 20 years old. I got hooked on OxyContin. you know, you do like petty thefts from like my own family. Like I do the army crawl for my dad's ATM card. And even though he can check the fucking account online and see that I stole, this guy can step on me as he's going to take a piss. Yeah. And then I put it back after I got the money. Like real piece of shit, scumbag shit.
Sure.
Steal from your family, they'll forgive you. You know what I mean? Just try to steal from a stranger, you might get killed. Like I had a thing, even though I had no like real moral code, my thing was don't steal from an old person or like do a beanie.
That's good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
other than
it's
that,
good
I was
to,
like,
have like
it was
a
free
limit.
game. Like, don't leave your pocketbook around me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, shit would get weird.
Sure.
No, but then off and on sobriety, throw my 20s, perk 30s at the tail end. But then I got hooked on heroin after a spinal surgery. I was clean for a while. And I got hooked on these perks, and I was like, next thing you know, I'm sniffing it for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Then I'm like kind of a functioning addict. But what happens is I don't get arrested at all in my 20s through all the like buying drugs in seedy areas, selling drugs, selling perk 30s, selling cocaine, crazy shit, carrying a gun. It would be under the passenger seat. I would stop short. The thing would slide underneath, and it's like, even though it's a 6-shooter, I don't know how they work. I'm like, it's gonna go off. Like, what do I hold this? Do I point at my dick like in the movies? That looks like a bad idea. I think Eminem, Cheddar Bob shot himself. Like, what the fuck do I do?
Oh my god!
You're probably the last guy that should have a gun in a lot of ways. I see that.
so I don't know how it works.
Yeah, I definitely. I know I can't legally have one now, and I haven't
called it
touched
a
them.
6-shooter, by the way.
It was a 38. It was a 38, but like, you know, it was just like, I don't know if it's gonna go off. Like if I stop shooting off, it hits something. Hey, scared shitless. Going to do drug deals, but I never got caught for anything. And like 2 out of the 3 years, so I'm 2 years into heroin. I'm like, I'm desperate. I'm not a good thief. I don't have what you call as a hustle. You know what I mean? And all these kids I know would rob banks. One robbed and didn't on the note just said, "Give me the money." Well, the dye pack exploded up his nose and in his eyes.
Yeah.
My boy Timmy, shout out Timmy. Hey, and then my boy. I won't even say his name. He goes to one bank. They say no. Guess he wasn't intimidating enough. He goes across the street. Will the cops respond to that one?
Yeah.
They say no to the other one. It's like, what the fuck is going on here? So I try to do everything they did wrong, I did right. So I spoke really nice. I put a scarf on my face. I had on low. I woke up in the morning. I'm like, it's only a couple minutes after opening, so I won't walk into a crowd. And I'm not going to every teller. In my head, I'm like, I just want enough to get high for a couple of days. I'm like really desperate.
Sure.
So I walk up. I'm like, hi. And my note said, hi, could you give me all the U.S. currency, please? No dye packs. My buddy, whenever he shares something in mine, he always does hashtag no dye packs.
No dye packs.
I asked nicely.
So the first time I did that, no dye packs.
Wow.
I got a little less than $2,000. It was from the teller. And I got away.
What the
Right?
fuck,
This
dude?
was the end of November. This is the end of November, right?
Yeah. Okay.
A few months later, I'm like hurting. I'm like, I'm going to go back to the same bank, which is, by the way, right across from Capo, where I am pretty much a regular. Every Wednesday would host Will Noonan.
Hell yeah.
So is Eastern Bank. I don't, and I know I traumatize people. Even though I spoke nicely, I had a smiley face on the note.
Yeah.
You know you're traumatizing people. Even though they've worked in bank and they might have even been robbed before or whatever. I go back a couple months later. This time, a black woman's working. It was like an all-white staff this time.
Yeah.
This woman was not afraid to look at me and go, excuse me, can you remove your facial coverings? You're frightening us. I'm like, yeah. But can you, here's my note.
Oh my God, dude.
Self-sabotage moment, pass the note. So I get the money again and I leave, I get away again. And the reason I got away, I live 2 blocks away.
Sick.
I wanted to do something close so I could get away. I want to make sure I get high. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So 3 weeks go by. I'm like, wow, they didn't even fucking care. This is great.
Yeah.
It happened so much. This is unbelievable.
This-
Yeah. Monday morning, Fox News, Mass Most Wanted, Universal Hub, all these little publications. Just me robbing a bank.
You're
Show
like
myself.
the security camera picture of you
Dude.
with your.
My
That's
pet-
how they got Luigi, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if more people in this state knew how to work that 6-shooter, you would not get away with so many of those bad
I gotta
boys,
be
dude.
honest
Okay.
with you, it's almost too easy because if I never did it after the first time, I truly believe I would have never been grabbed.
Yeah.
I'm not in the system. I'm not. No one knew nothing.
Yeah,
I got away. Didn't remove no scarf.
That's so insane. And you know what? That is it's like a Boston thing, bank robbery and armed, like, isn't that like, the armored, like the armored cars and all that shit, dude? Like that's.
Oh yeah.
Did you like the town when it came
Charlestown.
out?
So how about this? Black girl jumps out of her car like a month ago at the Mobile in Braintree and goes, I don't usually do this, but was you in the town? I said, sorta. I'll give you guys a good story. This is crime related.
Yeah. We love that. We
You
love
guys
that.
are gonna
Whatever,
love this.
dog. Don't worry, baby.
So I get clean for 2 years and I'm driving a trolley in 2016 for Upper Deck Trolley Tours. Because I can't do Boston tours, you can't have a Hackney if you have a felony within 5 years. They put me in the Cambridge tour because Cambridge doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, they're
so
real
I'm doing
liberal out
tours
there.
every day from the Galleria to Harvard Square and back.
Yeah.
Well, I get an hour break each day, so someone takes my trolley and takes that group up. So I do like 6 loops. 1 loop, I'm on my lunch, right? Someone robs Cambridge Savings Bank. That was in the movie The Town, by the way.
Oh, okay.
No way.
Is that really?
Goes down into the subway. And he gets caught because they stopped the fucking train. Nice getaway you had, buddy. Not that I'm a fucking career pro-criminal, right?
You think about these things.
Hey, flash forward. No, I was telling the story for years
Yeah.
about this. I even told it like when I was doing open mic stand-ups about the guy in the train because everyone was like, "Where was Gary?" I'm like, "I'm on the fucking food court camera eating Chinese food, cocksuckers. I got an alibi." I do a show in North Conway a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
This woman I used to work with brought 7 Charlestown people. After the show, I make a joke about the bank robberies. He goes, my buddy robbed a bank in Harvard Square. He went down to the train. I goes, I have to stop you right there. There's no fucking way the universe brought you to me. And I told him that.
Yeah.
He couldn't believe it. What is the odds of that?
I mean,
it was his buddy.
That's so crazy.
I never
sounds
heard
to me like
anyone. I've told
everybody
that
in
story-
Boston.
I know, but
Yeah.
you tell that story to so many people in
Yeah.
Boston. You think someone would know this guy?
Yeah.
Some older guy at in a brewery in North Conway who came to see me. He's like, "Oh yeah, my buddy did." And I'm like, "What?"
I mean, know that guy.
That
yeah.
is not actually that shot, like you said. And apparently, there's a lot of people doing this in Boston. This is just like an epidemic.
We
People,
know of a kid years ago who got tackled, and he thought yelling, "I have a bomb," would get the guy to let go of him. It didn't work.
Dude, yeah, dude.
That's a terroristic threat.
Yeah, that's
Good
just
for you.
going to add some time on.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
Like,
Dude, that's exactly. That's terrorism. At
Thank
that point,
God,
yeah.
like I, turned myself in when I did to the FBI and state police. By the way,
Yeah.
that's fucking a humbling.
Oh,
Experience.
you turned yourself in. Nobody
Brampton
ratted you
Police
out.
Station. No.
Respect.
My father's a retired captain from South Bay. He was like, "Dude, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
He's like,
yeah.
what is it with heroin? I goes, "What was it with cocaine and booze when you were fucking younger, you cocksucker judging me? I grew up in the pharmaceutical era. That's what it was. Okay, if I grew up in the 70s, you know what I would have been? Fucking Tony Montana. Where's Gary? His check's gone. Fucking guy. I'll tell you a good story. My father's in the backyard of a bar at 6 a.m. after doing lines all night.
Yeah.
Someone's clothes keep coming over the fence. He's like, some poor prick got thrown out. The next thing is his sweater. There's my mother. Like, yeah, good job, Dad.
This is the most Boston childhood
I know,
ever, dude.
I know.
Like,
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Just stories from Gary's childhood.
Which is great. Yeah, of course, too. I love that through all of this, your father is a retired police captain. Like, that is just like,
You
so
ready
that
for
was
this?
like the cherry on
My
top.
brother-
I'm ready for anything at this
My
point.
brother-in-law is a retired cop, C6, which is Southeast
Okay.
Precinct. My father's cousin was working one of the 2 days I robbed the fucking thing. He was 2 blocks down the street. He responded
Yeah.
to it. My second cousin. He came on the day I pled guilty. I got a suspended sentence because Massachusetts white privilege. Yeah, I had no record.
I know,
And,
for bank robbery.
Yeah, two. Yeah, I don't mind. I tell the story as real as I don't care who knows what. My charges got amended from unarmed robbery to larceny from a person. I had no record.
Yeah, dude.
I went from having a public defender to a great lawyer who really got me out of jail. I'm on an ankle bracelet. And 2 months later, I'm pleading guilty. And like, do you really want to take this kid away from the recovery he's already started and put him in?
I used to do that all the time, dude.
Institutionalized, you know what I mean? So
I used to do that every week. I would pull a couple bad boys into the rehab center, dude. I'd get them shipped off to to a halfway house and go, come on now. You really want to put this bad boy in jail?
Hey,
He's
how
doing
about-
great.
But
Come
it's
on.
true, though.
Yeah.
how about I get a room in a halfway house that's really tough to get into? I get
Yeah.
pulled. And the pretrial probation officer who grew up my father goes, "Fuck you, you're not going there. You're going the tough one." I had to go in. They had no cell phone, no sleepovers.
Yeah, dude, that
they see you with a
sucks.
girl, they're like, "Don't you dare."
Yeah.
Like, might as well go to fucking jail.
Dude, we had ones where I remember one time I walked into a rehab center to go see a client, and I was wearing a polo shirt, dude. And I walked in, and one of the directors came up to me and said, "Shirt tucked in now." And I went, "Oh, dude, I'm not one of your inmates, dog. I'm coming." Dude, no, you
I'm
can't
not
tell me.
buffing Suboxone up my ass.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude, you can't tell me what to do, dog. I say exactly, but I will
can
see
see how you'd
Mr.
be
Johnson.
confused,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, literally, dude. That used to happen all the time, dude. One time I walked into court and went to go talk to a district attorney, and he said, I walked right up to him and I said, "Hey, man, and he went, dude, I cannot talk to you. I can only talk to your lawyer, dude. I can't talk to you, dude. I can only." And I was like, "Oh, dude, well, fancy enough, funny enough. I'm the lawyer,
I
dude."
know. When I found out you were a lawyer, because you don't think it. Just because of the long hair and shit, you assume, like, this guy's not a lawyer. Just because every
general
time-
attitude,
Well, when
the-
you watch fucking Law and Order and all the other fucking courtroom things, it's always like some clean-cut guy. It's not a guy like him walking like fucking handsome Randy Johnson about to pitch a fastball in the middle. You know what I mean? Like,
I didn't always have the hair, dude, but I
He's
did.
like the fucking Lincoln lawyer.
Yes, yeah.
I did have the attitude. I always had the attitude. Didn't always have the hair like this, but I always had the same attitude, dude. Yeah, which was, I mean, that could be
And
good
the
or bad.
mustache.
Yeah, maybe.
The
Yeah.
mustache too is unbelievable. So I was in Southie Court, and a couple months after I'm cleaned up. You can't tell I have the ankle bracelet on, the pants are covering or whatever, but I'm all cleaned up, and a guy from Charlestown looks at me, right, and he goes, he's like fucking tattoos on his neck. He's like, "Dude, what do you charge for a retainer? 'Cause my lawyer sucks." I goes, "Wait, you think?" "Yeah, right." I told him what I did. He goes, "Dude, my rap sheet's this fucking big. I never was stupid enough to rob a fucking bank." "You're a nut." I'm like, "I'm a nut now. I was desperate."
I mean, you almost got away with it,
Yeah,
though.
dude, you
Yeah,
really
yeah.
almost did.
Yeah,
I mean, to be honest, with you,
I
actually,
truly believe I would never got caught. Hey, the best part is when you're talking to the FBI and the state police robbery division detective, whatever, you're in a Braintree interrogation room and they look at you and they're like, so when this happens, they give you up to $750 reward
Yeah.
if you can lead us to the person who robbed the bank. They're like, a lot of people called about you. But they can't tell me who. Obviously, right. Like, what fucking ex-girlfriend? Someone who probably liked me but was desperate. Like, dude, my electricity bill was high this month. That's definitely Gary.
I think that's my main reason for not wanting to do a crime and get caught is so my ex-girlfriends can't turn me in.
Yeah, Crime Stoppers
love to do that.
Crime Stoppers, dude. Look, I've also gotten many a client who, like, you know, I was like, why the fuck is it? And I get like the file and it's like, 4 people got $1,000 for fucking sending this guy to jail, and it'd be like, what the fuck is this, dude? Come on, they're like, that's the evidence you got. This bullshit, dude. 2 of them are crackheads. One of them fucking hadn't paid child support this month. You know what I mean? Just, you know.
So all you got is 3 out of 4 scumbags.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude, 3 out of yeah, maybe one of them's like a lunch lady. You know, she probably telling the truth. But yeah, I mean, the other 3, dude, fuck them. You know what I mean?
She deserves the $1,000. The others,
she
not so much.
Yeah, dude. Goddamn.
Oh
all
man.
Right, well, good. Well. Yeah, you definitely have some criminal experience. Without doubt,
that's great. Yeah, we jumped into that so quickly. We forgot to even talk about the crime that you want to commit this time. You know, like this is like we're so excited to hear about the bank robbery and everything.
I was itching.
How about going back to trolley tour driving and doing crime tours, and then you're going through Southie? And so when I applied for the job, my boss got like the cigar gravelly voice at the time. He's like, "Wait a second, you robbed a fucking bank? You should have put that in the fucking resume. I would have hired you faster. What's wrong with you? It's a fucking crime tour, genius.
Yeah.
What? And you know the city? And you got to see the oh fuck, where have you been?
That's great texture for a tour guide. Like, oh, that's the bank I robbed.
Hey, how about this? We take out Millbury National Savings Bank. It's right outside of Worcester. We go all the way down there with 2 trolleys, me and him, about almost 80 people, 40 on each trolley pretty much, packed. Take them up to the city to do a crime tour. I tell my boss, I said, listen, bank employees are a little sensitive about shit like this. Maybe not tell this group. I know you like showing me off like a show puppy. It's cool. The bank robber drove them. Yeah. All this shit. Don't do it, okay?
Yeah.
At the halfway point of the break, you know what he does? First of all, the bank president's 85 years old. He used to be the school bus driver in Millbury. This is how small this town is. Yeah. He looks at him and goes, yeah, did your driver tell you robbed the same bank twice?
Oh, my God,
The old guy looked and goes, so that's why my wallet's missing. I was like,
that
could have went another way. I'm like,
funny.
luckily everyone laughed. So then when we went back to drop them off, I took a picture at their safe, like I was trying to break into like the cage and shit.
Amazing.
But yeah, imagine,
dude.
Jesus
Christ.
So drove funny, DEA, drove all kinds of people around and gave them tours.
That's cool.
U.S. Marshals who. They're the ones that come after you if your ankle bracelet fucks up, whatever. Hey, talk about having that on for a couple months. Shit in my pants. It's blinking. What does that mean? What is that? Do I have to plug in? Where do I go?
Hey, dude, that's so true. Like, I mean, I've always kind of wondered about like what that feels like having. And so, like, obviously, you can never take it off, right?
Listen,
it's like
you guys are both comedians.
No,
so
you can. You can cut that bitch off and go down to the Walgreens, buy a couple blunt wraps if you want to, dude. Yeah. You do. It does happen. It's a pain in the fucking ass when they do it.
I bet.
So you guys know, like, you guys look for the humor and shit, right?
Yeah.
So I'm on
absolutely.
a fucking train going job searching.
Yeah.
And people look at me with an ankle bracelet, like moving their kids away. I'm like, no. Hey, you're like proud to say you robbed something? No, I robbed something. It's not the kid stuff. You're good. You're good. No, I'm just a thief. Hide your pocketbook, not your kid. Not your kid, just the pocketbook.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Jesus Christ.
But speaking of kids.
Perfect. Yeah, what a great segue.
This is great.
Okay, so you have a very interesting crime that you are interested in committing. You know, if your parole officer is listening, this is all for comedy's sake. But anyway,
that's right. I haven't had one in years. I'm good. I'm free of any open cases. It's been closed for.
Great. Then we're in the clear. This is perfect.
And it would have been probation if I understand correctly. Anyway.
Your probation officer. This is why he's the lawyer. I'm the creative.
And she's retired, so I don't think she gives a fuck what I do anymore. So we're good.
Done wrecking lives. Good for her.
Done wrecking lives.
Okay, so Gary, do you want to describe to us like what you need some consulting advice on?
All right, so I'll just tell you that I told a joke recently. The Coldplay thing happened. The guy cheated at the concert, and I went to like a sold out psychic show, and it's mostly all women. And I'm like, this is a perfect time to tell the show because there were like 10 men, and I goes, hey, if you're in the audience cheating, everyone's laughing, so I can't even get to the joke. I'm like, listen, we're not Coldplay. Your secret's safe with us. But if you're doing weird shit with kids, your secret's safe with the White House. Because the Epstein shit has just toppled the fucking news to the point where both sides are finding a common ground. Yeah. Tinfoil hat, conspiracy theories, all this shit. I'm like, this is too funny because what I would do with technology now, like, you can prank people and you can pretend you're their grandson. Yeah. And they can even clone the phone number that shows up. And a lot of people don't know. Try texting your grandson when you're on the phone to make sure it's not a clone number. A lot of people don't know this. Like, there's so many ways to prank someone. Like, when I grew up, I had to disguise my voice and pretend out, like, on April Fools, I call my father, like, this is Vice Principal Roger Deakins. It seems your son has impregnated 2 girls. Their parents are up at the office, and it's not looking good. Like, I would have to do that shit. Now,
I don't know Roger Deakins, but I imagine that's exactly what he sounds like.
That sounds just like Roger Deakins.
How about my father hung up the phone and ran out of the fucking jail? He was working at the time. I'm like, I have to get him before he fucking leaves. He really fell for it.
That's funny.
So, but now you got, like, you can disguise your voice change, all this shit. So I would, like, to pretend to be Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay.
Okay.
And I would like to try to get through to the White House. And I'd like to call the president and just be like, listen, it's Jeffrey. I'm in Thailand. I'm out of money.
Yeah.
I got you back, but like, I got to give you my Venmo.
Yeah. I need
Like, you know what I mean? Just go through this whole thing.
That's right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I
just
love
be
that.
like,
Yeah,
like, listen,
that makes sense to me.
I'm sorry I stole a couple employees from Mar-a-Lago. I didn't mean it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
There's plenty of girls to go around. Let's have a talk. You know what I mean? But like, just a prank would be my crime. And that's definitely a crime.
I mean,
because
it's
you can't.
sure.
What
No, it is.
we've
Yeah. It's like-
dabbled into
yeah.
now. We've entered into the realms of actually. This is, I guess it would be 2 federal crimes, right? This would be improper telephone communication, right? This
Yeah.
is a federal crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, we have extortion, just good
Yeah.
old fashioned extortion.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Italian style. You're not, but
Exactly.
you strike me as more of a potato man.
Do you know the other thing I would like to do? He has a Diet Coke button. He had it during his first term where he has a button that he presses and he drinks up to 8 Diet Cokes a day.
Okay.
I would like to switch his Diet Coke into a Coke
Oh.
and have him drink Coke for like a week and see how he
Give
acts.
him
He's gonna
diabetes.
Imagine him in a press
Die.
conference. He's like, the Gaza Strip. What strips? Not even this. Not even there anymore. He's just freaking the fuck out. I'm like, this dude's all coked out, like legit coked out.
There's a way to be doing
Sugar rush. You know
There's a
what I
way
mean?
to do. There's a way
Yeah.
to do both of those things. I'll say certainly at a minimum, you know, we definitely have extortion and improper telephone communication, which works well in tandem together.
The
Now,
only- the
what
only-
I
the only thing that would suck is you'd have to pay a lot of people off to try to get, like, if you really want to break it down.
Well, do you think anybody in the Trump White House would be corrupt enough to accept a bribe?
yeah, no,
I'm not sure anyone is.
that's unbelievable.
I'm not sure anyone in there is smart enough to catch on, dog. Yeah,
Ever will we pay off the Trump White
I
House?
know.
Hey, speaking of crime, it's illegal to have cocaine in the White House. Remember when they found it during Biden's thing and they're like, oh, it's Hunter's, blah, blah, blah. Guys, you do realize all these people stay up for 19 hours writing speeches, right? It could have been anyone in the fucking
Yeah, it
White
could have
House.
been. Yeah,
I
any
mean,
They're all crooked fucks.
If John Mulaney has a coke addiction trying to write comedy,
Hey,
like,
man,
you know, the
yeah.
I
speechwriters
know.
definitely
You
are
gotta
doing
stay up
something.
all
Yeah,
hours?
definitely. Yeah, dude, definitely. The damn chief of staff is fucking tooting in the bathroom
Yeah,
all night, dude. Yeah,
absolutely.
exactly. Yeah.
Hey, Biden had a really aggressive speech the other day. Because his
yeah.
speechwriter was bumping real.
Yeah, that's
Really
right.
woke up.
That poor old man, he was just shaking up there trying to read all the words. You're trying to remember every word that was written down. Just going, what was it? God damn it, Jerry. But, well, okay. So look, what I would say is, I think there's a few different routes you can go with.
Yeah.
I've narrowed down. You know, and usually Joe and I kind of like to do. You know, I do one option, he does another, and we'll allow you to choose or melange the two. Do whatever you
Yeah,
like.
and then we're gonna find a solution that works for you, where you come away from this feeling like you've got a good plan.
Exactly. This is what we're consultants. This is what we do. you
We're
know?
consultants.
This is
We're
what-
really good at it,
We're
Gary.
very good. We're very good. This is what we do. Now,
Crime consultants.
Yeah.
I think in this day and age, you know, you have to worry just about the telephone, okay? Because many times people will see a phone number, they will not answer it, right? You know, so we
Yeah.
do have to worry about that. But I do think it's possible, okay, that we can turn this into a FaceTime, okay? If we get a makeup artist on our side, and we have, I mean, generally speaking, you know, you have like a good enough head structure. We put on like a massive chin and like an oversized everything, dude, because he had like he looked like
Yeah.
the Elephant Man. You know,
He
he
did.
just, you know, we
Yeah.
get you one of those and we get you a prosthetic penis that looks like an egg, okay? Because you're gonna have to show him your penis so that he knows it's you. You have to
He's
show him.
definitely seen
He's
it.
definitely, dude. Of course,
Oh,
dude. They've all
100%.
been.
Many times.
They've been over there at the damn
100%. Their balls
gangbangs
are
or whatever,
touched,
dude.
yeah.
What do you
they've
think
been-
the wonderful secret was that they
Yeah,
shared?
Yeah, exactly. Dude. Yeah, say that, but yeah, dude. Now
That
it's
wasn't my letter. Yeah, sure wasn't.
exactly. Dude.
Right,
So
right.
we get you painted up Epstein style. We get you the prosthetic penis that looks like an egg. Okay.
man.
We get you on the FaceTime call. Okay. And this is easy. Now we can just put you in a WhatsApp as Jeffrey Epstein. And I'm sure that's possibly taken, but with enough dollars and cents and a little bit of workaround from my friends in India, you know what I mean? We could put you in there as Jeffrey
Yeah,
Epstein.
we'll just put it as Jeffrey Jepstein. Like he'll see the.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
We'll get you a VPN. We set this thing to Thailand. Okay. Now we're coming from Thailand. And again, I like the location because it does make sense. And I'd recently got myself in some hot water for talking about Thailand. But it's nothing against it's nothing against the country, dude. All I said, and this was on an episode we did earlier, all I said was that if you see a single white fella going to Thailand by himself, you know, probably a pedophile. And that's nothing against Thailand, dude. It's everything against
it's-
possible pedophiles, okay?
Yeah.
And I know this stuff. I'm a criminal defense attorney, for
Yeah.
Christ's sakes, okay? I got the
So
background,
what?
dude.
Thailand happens to be their Disney. It's not like you. It's not. You know what I mean?
Thank you, dude. If anybody is qualified to profile a potential pedophile, dude, it's me, okay? I say it like
Not just because he looks like
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
okay?
dude, not
It's
just
not
because-
just
yeah.
the mustache.
Hey, it's not the stash, dude. It's the background, dude. It's the background, you know? But anyway, you know, I think Thailand is a perfect location because Jeffrey Epstein would definitely, I mean, if he was going to fake his death in, you know, Supermax prison,
sure.
then, you know, I guess, you know, buy his way out or do whatever it is. Because you'd have to come up with a lie, too, as to how you got to Thailand, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe it was your body, but in fact, El Chapo Guzman, who was in the cell next door, he had been, getting his fellas to break down the walls with a spoon, Shawshank style, and you were all the way halfway to fucking Thailand by that point. By the time they found that body, dude, that was just a guy named
in the poster covering the hole in the wall is a picture of him and Trump.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There you go.
Yeah,
exactly.
probably.
Yeah, that body, dude, that wasn't Jeffrey Epstein. That was just some fella named Doug, dude. That was just some fucking coked up dentist, dude. Yeah, exactly.
How do we know that that's not the case?
That's it, So that's what I would say. So we
Doug took one for the team.
He did.
Oh,
Well,
definitely.
Almost like the shooter at the rally. Sorry.
A lot of questions about that guy.
Well,
too.
obviously he was paid off well. That's one that you're gonna. If you want to pay somebody, Doug was gonna have to be the person that you paid off, and that's maybe your excuse for needing money. You're out of cash. You had to pay Doug a lot of money. Exactly. But the one thing that you're gonna have to do on this call, okay, like I said, is show him your egg penis, okay? Because he's never going to believe it's Jeffrey Epstein without the view of the egg penis, okay? From there, we set you up a Venmo account, as Jeffrey, we get as much money as you want. How much money you want?
Just like fucking...
Enough to do heroin with in Thailand.
Yeah. Just like 500 grand should last Jeffrey Epstein a month.
Perfect. We'll double that.
Actually, in Thailand, it might last him a couple of years.
That's what I'm saying. We'll double that. The top end will be me and Joe's fee, and that'll be perfect.
Exactly. Okay,
Maybe a cool $1 million. We'll split it.
Exactly. Now, now, this is also key, dude. This is very key to remember, because I feel like I need to tell you this of all people. Okay?
Yeah.
You do it one time. One time, Gary. You get to do it one time. You never get to do it again. Never again. That's it. You never get to do it again. Remember that. We've learned.
I'm honestly doing this just to see the press conference after we do the call, and he falls for it, and he's like, we're going to send the National Guard to Thailand. We're like, sir, that's not how that works. He's like, I don't care. We're going to send him over there. It's going to be beautiful, terrific. Secret mission, get the SEALs, get him over there.
Get the SEALs to Thailand.
We need to kill him.
Yeah, exactly. Get the dogs, the beautiful dogs, the SEALs. Yeah, get them all to Thailand,
Exactly.
So what I'm hearing is that we do want to psychologically mess with him a bit, right?
Yeah.
We really want to get to him. Okay, so I think we should up it from just a phone call.
Yep.
Have you guys seen those hologram things they use to bring Tupac back?
Yes.
Oh, like Spaceballs. That'd be awesome. Dude. Yeah, that'd be very cool.
So but what we need to start with, we need to bribe somebody and who has more to gain from Trump's demise than JD Vance. That guy seems squirrely as fuck too.
Yeah.
He just stands for nothing.
Wears eyeliner and lies about it.
And fucks coaches.
Exactly, dude.
So honestly though, I fell asleep on a gas station dick pill. I did wake up with it between two pillows, so the couch fucking thing didn't really bother me much. Like whenever it was, I was like, "What's the big deal about that?" So what?
I voted for JD Vance.
I voted for that man.
Trump's an idiot, but JD's got some points.
Yeah,
Okay. So we'll bribe him enough to buy a new futon or whatever it is that he wants, and then we're gonna start. I think actually, you brought up this Coca-Cola thing. I think we start with that. We get him drinking Coca-Cola because that's going to fuck with his brain. Like you said, he's going to be all squirrely. He's going to be wild.
Sugar?
Yeah.
He'd be rattled.
It's like Hitler and meth, dude. That's great. That's a very good.
Everyone's like, why is his hand, Hitler's hand, always going like that? Well, dude, do you know what he was on? Everything but fucking roller skates. I'd be shaking too. He gave the best speeches. Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, dude.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. Everybody on cocaine gives great speeches at a party.
Dude. Suited before, fucking doped out after, dude. He's
everybody's like, oh, we'll go home early, and the guy on coke is the one who makes sure the party keeps going.
If I did coke in high school, I would have been a valedictorian. It would have been fucking incredible. I didn't really start till after high school. Giving great speeches.
Yeah, so we're going to get Trump all riled up, but he's an old man, so that energy and all the sugar is going to go to his head, and he's going to start he's already pretty delusional. This is going to kick that up a whole another notch.
Yep.
You do the hologram in the corner while he's sleeping.
Yeah, we get we're gonna have 2 or 3 of them. I think we gotta have one in the middle of the Oval Office that just when he's in there by himself, we turn on and it's he sees Epstein flicker in front of him, say,
and then he disappears.
Yeah,
he just says one thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Christmas story. Goes to
he's
raping kids.
Hey, he pops up. He pops up. He's like, remember that night Stephen Hawking shit himself? Disappears.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And then we'll have one in the bedroom.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna have JD Vance roll these things in for us. We'll pay him in couch cushions or whatever the hell it is that he wants.
I honestly want to do it while he's on the shitter, and then he just put Epstein inside the shower curtain. The shower curtain opens.
There we go, dude.
There we go.
Psycho-esque.
He's like, Donald, remember the steam room at Mar-a-Lago? It's our wonderful secret.
Virginia was there.
Virginia, oh God.
Free Ghislaine. Yeah.
Dude, that's the best thing ever.
Dude, what that he's gonna
crime? What do you mean? She's in a fucking she all of a sudden a Martha Stewart camp that Martha Stewart was in.
Oh yeah,
a beautiful
that's ridiculous.
Camp.
Yeah, they're like
he goes. I know nothing. I didn't know anything about it.
They are so corrupt, man.
Some-
I can't
it's
believe how
it's
much.
the best like open
Yeah.
corruption ever.
Yeah,
like ever.
It's so insane.
At this point, it's like clearly obvious.
It's
that
honestly
he's-
like when they go up to the mobster after his enemy dies, and the news is like, "What do you have to say?" He's like,
Yeah.
"Accidents happen."
Right, yeah.
Nuts, right?
What body?
What murder? That is the best video ever.
I love that quote of her where she's like, I never saw Trump do anything reprehensible or something like that. And I'm
I've
like,
never seen him do anything of concern in front of me.
that's what it was. That's
in
what it
front
was.
of me.
Yeah,
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 'cause
yeah.
he went in another room. He
Yeah,
didn't like to
dude.
perform in front of people.
there were plenty of things that were not of concern to her that she saw. You know,
Dude, that's what I'm
Like-
saying, dude. I feel like it was probably like a brothel in Thailand. You know what I mean? Like they just fucking hit them, like set them all into different rooms like that, and they just kind of come out and high five after like a bunch of freaks.
100%.
And then,
I
like-
just see Maxwell walking out of jail with like Lil Wayne's lollipop,
Yeah.
fucking in slow motion playing in the background. I'm like, look at her. She's doing talk shows. She has her own talk
So
show.
I
Yeah.
let him lick the rap.
Dude, all of a sudden, Colbert gets replaced by Maxwell. I'm like, all right, now
Oh,
we're
there
living in
we-
fucking
yeah, now we know that
Orwellian
things
time.
are, like,
this is
yeah.
fucking. What is going on here?
I'm confused by this.
I think the holograms are a great idea.
Oh yeah, dude. Okay, so
Scare
this
the
is great.
shit
Oh,
outta him.
absolutely. He's gonna think he's so haunted, and like when he gives that press conference, he's like,
I mean, if
"You guys
already
aren't
see-
seeing the ghosts,
You already see him. He's fucking half asleep from.
dude."
not
Do you
getting
see him on the
sleep or
roof?
any of this shit.
On the roof, just like
Unbelievable.
pointing around.
The fucking
like,
memes
yeah.
they made out of that.
Oh my god, it's so
Oh
funny,
my
dude.
God.
So funny.
You know what's crazy is he ran again to, I'm not getting into politics, to protect himself and make money, but to protect
Yeah.
himself. And then it just blows back in your face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like even
Yeah.
though you're kind of in charge of like the castle right now,
Yeah.
the castle's starting to crumble.
Yeah,
a little bit.
like,
You're
shaking
shit,
real hard,
This wasn't
dude.
supposed to happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like so I was never like an Epstein conspiracy guy.
Yeah.
Obviously, it had happened and all that other stuff, but like.
Yeah.
As soon as he was like, "Oh, we're not going to actually release that list," I was like, "We're not going to release the list
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
thought you guys
We
were
all
going
ran
to."
on it.
Yeah,
Everyone
exactly.
talked about it. And the two guys he put in charge of the FBI were fucking pumped.
So
they were huge
excited,
conspiracy
yeah.
theorists. Like, oh, we're gonna get to the bottom of this.
I
Like,
know.
is it really that important? All of a sudden,
I know.
everyone's, is it really that important? I'm like,
I
all
could
right.
have sworn it was. Like,
Fascinatingly bothersome.
I could have
Like,
sworn
yeah.
you were the one saying it was important.
I feel like we're all accessories now. If you ask me.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, exactly.
I feel like
Yeah.
I touched the kid by default or some shit. You really want me to just put this under the fucking rug? All right, fine. We'll sweep it under the rug. No big deal.
That's fine. What's
Yeah,
the worst
yeah,
that could
right.
happen? Maybe the president ends up getting haunted.
Yeah, I know,
Vengeance
yeah, maybe the
play.
president
I
gets
don't know.
haunted
Who
by a
knows what's
pedophile.
true? Maybe he's
Yeah.
not on the list. I mean, why would you have to have it redacted from it? But like, maybe he's not on it, right? And we just do this thing where we just scare the shit out of him. It's just a harmless
I mean, this
hologram
is,
prank.
yeah, I think he frankly is on the
Dude,
list.
he's definitely
And-
on that list.
You know
I
what's so
mean,
funny? The prank happens. We get caught. He's like, "We're bringing back the firing squad, and I want a bullet in every gun. I don't want them to be surprised. I want them to be fucking hammered. It's gonna be beautiful."
Which I do, to be honest, and I'll just say briefly, if we're going to do a firing squad, I do believe everybody should have a bullet. What's the point? All those
Yeah.
fellas want to kill
Yeah.
somebody, dude. Why the hell would you
And then
like
you-
make
and
it
then
no
you gotta-
fun for 6 of the 7, you know?
Yes. And then you got a rookie who's like a terrible shot. He hits your shoulder, and you're like, "Oh fuck!
Yeah.
I thought I was going down for sure."
That's a pretty cool way to get killed or executed. Though is wearing the bandana, smoking a cigarette
Yeah.
while
Yeah.
you got like very French, you know? Like,
Exactly.
that's-
Yeah, say liberté,
Yeah.
égalité, fraternité.
The Epstein list.
That list means nothing to me. In France, this is very normal.
I had a girl recently be like, "Don't you have any morals?" I said, "Yeah, they're on Pam Bondi's desk, right next to the list. That's where you'll find them."
Okay, so the second part is that we need to blackmail him too, right? Because you want a nice like beach place, right?
Yeah. And this is, and just anyone listening, this is all for fun. all right?
This is all
I don't
comedy
actually think I
parody.
could get away with this.
Yeah, well,
maybe I
because
could.
here's an idea. Trump thinks he's haunted. Nobody can help him with it. He's going to be desperate for help. And now, like, you don't even have to blackmail him. You can be a Rasputin type figure in this administration
my
because they don't
favorites,
vet
dude.
anybody.
We love Rasputin
don't,
on this
no.
podcast.
Yeah, you have
We
We
love
love Rasputin.
We love Rasputin,
Yeah.
dude. Giant penis, fucking con man freak, dude. I love
Oh,
it,
okay, so
dude.
Gary might not be a Rasputin type figure, but
Could be. You never know.
Yeah, all right. We'll pick someone else. Danny DeVito type figure.
but I mean, you have less criminal experience than most people in the Trump administration, so that's you're already like, yeah,
100%.
like they're gonna be like,
I've
you only
stolen
robbed 2
peanuts.
banks.
Yeah. Trump's like, I took Deutsche Bank for about $4 billion in loans.
Okay, so now you're gonna waltz your way in there, and you're gonna know like how to turn. You're gonna have a little remote for these machines.
Oh, yeah.
you know, so you can like
Yeah.
turn them off and on at will, like be gone, spirit,
Yeah.
and then like as soon as you charge them per exorcism, right? Like,
Yeah,
We get the most we can out of
you
this.
see,
Yeah.
this is why you don't do it once. Like, Nate's crime has got all these like cyber complications. My crime, you get to be like a mystic that saves the day
It's
and
not
then
wrong.
abscons.
This
Maybe
is a
take
good idea.
Melania with you. I don't know.
Yes. Yes.
Another Rasputin.
And I was thinking we should Rasputin.
Yeah, dude, you could be banging the hot first lady, dude. Just like Rasputin, you could be banging the hot first lady, cucking out the president, dude, and twisting his brain
That'd
up.
be unbelievable.
Trump would probably just
I
be like,
wanna-
"Oh, finally, my daughter's free."
Shit, dude, that'd be real life Rasputin, dude. I don't know. Yeah.
I can see
And I
that.
think the way
pretty
we
good.
I think the way we get out of this is if we get caught, before we get caught, we also film one where we prank Biden.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then we show Trump like, listen,
Yeah.
let me just show you this. Before you come down on us with the hammer, in court, look at this. How funny is this?
That's true. He would be confused.
It's been happening since before you were even here.
You think we
Couldn't have
just
been
wanted
us.
you? We did the guy before you, too.
Yeah, he was
Biden is like probably actually seeing ghosts
Oh
at
my
this
God.
point. So
Yeah,
that dude
that's-
is.
No question.
very
He's
likely,
gone.
dude.
No
Yeah, I
question.
mean, he fell off that whole bicycle one time. He probably saw a ghost as he was doing that. You know what I mean, dude? He was just sitting still. You know?
Like, just watching some videos where he's just standing like, sir,
Yeah.
over here. He's like, huh, yeah. Oh, yeah, great, yeah.
Dude, it's still crazy to me like how old our presidents have been.
I
For,
said that.
nuts.
it's insane.
There
dude.
should be an age thing like that. They
That
say
sh-
age limit on Congress people? Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mitch McConnell goes like this in the mic one day.
Yeah.
He just stood
That's
there.
actually pretty sick in a way, though. It's pretty awesome to be able to watch that live and just be like, "What's happening to him, dude? He's about to go out, dude."
Unbelievable.
You can put fucking. There's a money line on whether or not he's going to drop dead. You know what I mean? Yeah. Every time
Will he
C-SPAN
go
come on.
catatonic again?
Yeah,
50 to 1 odds.
Yeah, dude.
Pelosi at the end, right? Wasn't she or Feinstein, the
Yeah.
senator
Yeah.
in California?
Yeah,
she was
stroking out
just
left and right.
completely like out of it, you know?
Pretty
Like,
whack.
Like when you're
wacky
getting
stuff.
wheeled into like fucking
Yeah.
Congress, you know, like it's time to
Yeah.
go. But yeah, the president's being so old, that's why they deserve to be pranked.
I
Yeah.
guess that's
The elderly gets pranked all the time. My motherfucking lost. Everyone gets fucking sucked into something. You think it's get the Mass Pike fucking ticket toll scam?
Yeah.
it's just a little joke. You know what I mean?
there is something I love about picturing him in sort of like that Scrooge like nightcap with like a candle walking out like Epstein, stop haunting me. Like
my sleep head.
I do like picturing it. That's
Dude,
really
his
funny to me.
Spanx are fucking hanging off. His fucking his hair's like this. He's like, Jeffrey, where are you? We just thought, hey, we multiple holograms on all ends of the hall.
Oh, yeah,
Left
dude.
and fucking right.
Rattling chains. I thought those were for the girls.
Dude, this sounds like Scary Movie 7. This is what it sounds like.
I would
Just
watch
turn
the
right into
hell
a
out of that
comedy. Oh my
movie.
god, you
Dude,
kidding
they
me?
say you call the Wayans brothers, and it could be, dude. Yeah, say, yeah.
Oh, they would love that. They would definitely love to
You know,
haunt
all right. Since we're on this topic,
Yeah.
the other crime I would like to do because this would be illegal because we'd have to gain access to JD Vance's residence.
Yeah.
And I would like if next time he lays down on the couch, we just start talking like we are the couch, like Pee Wee Herman had a talking chair.
Yeah. Yeah.
JD, good to see you. Welcome back. Been a while since we slept together.
Yeah, it's been a while,
I don't know why he said this,
since
JD.
we've been alone together.
We'll need to find another person to bribe in the Trump
Yeah,
White
yeah,
House.
yeah.
Surely
Yeah,
there
I
aren't
know.
two people
Yeah.
that corrupt in there.
Hey, you know what? I'll give him a lot of credit this time. This time he realized they have to get people who are complete bootlickers because no one's really got fired yet.
Oh, no,
For his
they-
first time around, in the first 100 days, they were fired. It was like musical chairs every fucking position.
Yeah, dude, just like that.
Amazing.
What? Just Elon he fired or whatever. I think. I don't even know how that
That
goes.
was, dude, that guy crashed out. That
Yeah.
was crazy.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. His
Probably all
tweets
the
were great.
ketamine, if I had to
yeah,
guess.
Yeah,
Dude,
like
I-
he's on ketamine, LSD. Oh, it's Tuesday. I don't know. He could be on both. Tuesday he does both.
Dude, even if he wasn't, I could read "Crash Out" on that fool from a mile
Oh, yeah.
away, dude. He looked like if somebody fucking, banged a cymbal too hard around him, he'd fucking trip, dude. You know
100%.
what I mean?
There's like
yeah.
press conferences where he's like jawing out and you can just
Saw that
tell
at
he's
the-
on
at the,
something.
at the inauguration.
Yeah, he's
which,
like-
by the way, all the oligarchs are up front and the other guys are behind him. I thought that was the creepiest thing ever. But he's going like this.
yeah.
Like
yeah,
at
that.
one of the receptions.
that.
Like
I've-
they were like, "Is he a fucking android?" Like, dude, I've never done ketamine. I've seen people on it. I'm telling you right now, they didn't look like that. They were just like in a corner, maybe staring too hard.
might have been doing a lot of ketamine.
yeah,
That could be
dude.
the
Yeah,
answer.
dude. Yeah, he's out there, dude.
Yeah,
God.
absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so we're just gonna I do like the idea that we would just progressively fuck with members of the Trump administration.
Yep.
Yeah, it just sounds fun.
Yeah,
And
it does.
honestly, it's not even about him. It's just if this was anyone in office, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like
But I do like your idea of calling it a prank, so it doesn't seem too bad like a crime. But it's still a crime. Let's
It's a
get one
crime.
thing straight.
It's
It's still a
We
crime,
are
baby.
breaking all kinds of laws.
Oh, yeah.
Amen.
Like,
Amen,
they would,
dude.
Oh,
they would,
absolutely.
and you know how they would treat it.
Like treason.
Oh,
yeah.
oh, what he just what you?
It'd be worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be.
Yeah,
dude, I'd be a martyr.
Yeah,
That would go in the history books as like the best treason ever. Like,
Hey, and all the clips come out of all the fucking footage of him being scared.
dude.
He's like, how did this get out? Like all the fucking CCTV has sounds and everything.
Oh, I
He's
love
running
that.
down the hall.
I love the idea that like we set it up so if they catch us for treason and do the firing squad thing, then that just like broadcasts out to the world. We just like
The best part about this podcast, guys, if you're tuning in, is we're all going to get questioned pretty soon.
Dude, we're probably on a list before this goes out. Like
they've been on a
The nuts. It would be funny though if this prank really did go through. You get the nuts or Secret Service shooting at fucking holograms. Like so he hits a fucking butler. Like, he shot the butler. He goes, dude, I'm telling you, it was Epstein. I took a shot at Epstein.
Did you see? Are you watching the new South Park at all?
Oh my god,
Christy Noam just like shooting
Unbelievable.
puppies.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
Like, ma'am, your
sick.
face is melting. And the whole group like just gets around and she's like backs into it with the gun. Oh, it's
Great, dude. They're crushing it right
You know,
They're
what I
now.
doing
love,
great.
you know what I love about that? Shooting your dog. She
Yeah.
shoots her dog, right? You know you
what I
can
love about
rehome
that?
it,
Shooting
right?
Your dog. Yeah.
That's what are we doing?
Yeah.
I'm an animal lover.
I know.
Oh, you are? That's not love.
I know.
No,
I know. I
What
know.
are we doing?
Yeah, it's like you
Maybe
need
move
Old
the
Yeller.
chickens. Don't let the dog near them. I don't know. There's a fucking idea.
Which is also crazy too, because look, in South Louisiana, a lot of people were like that about chickens and dogs. Dude, they'd shoot a dog over a pack of dude, and like chickens cost like 30 cents a chicken, dude. I would
Yeah.
like literally, and dude, and in my time, dude, I've executed like 11 chickens. Okay, I've never hurt a dog, dude. I've
but
killed many chickens.
You know what's so funny? He might have did that across state lines, but chicken killing is illegal. So we should go look into his crimes now.
It's
Check out
possible,
Nate's
dude.
background.
Wait, is that the FBI?
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what I
Jesus
love?
Christ.
You know what I love?
Chicken
The next
crimes.
episode, Nate. It's with Nate and Joe featuring Nate.
That's right, dude. Yeah.
Nate's just switching chairs. He goes, so let's go back to me. So
Yeah,
the chicken killing.
Chicken
Let me tell you what
fighting,
happened.
dude. That's why I never done chicken fighting, dude. But I have killed a couple of those motherfuckers. Yeah, so I have taken on 2 or 3 in my time. You know what
Hey,
I'm
you know
saying,
what's
dude?
so funny? You find out the reason because I just felt like these fuckers were loud. I was
Dude,
drunk
actually,
one
it would
night.
be they'd be just. My father was very strict about it. Dude. That when they quit working, dude, he'd call me. I'd be at law school, and he'd say, "Hey, this one's done. I left it out the coop. Just come on by." And I'd just say, "Sweet, dude." And I'd throw a shotgun in the trunk of the car, dude, and I'd drive up. And I'd give that chicken, I'd say the same thing to each chicken, dude. Any last words? Bang, dude. Because you never want to give them a second to have a last word, dude. You never want to give them a second. You
Oh,
just
no,
say that so they
yeah,
feel
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
you know?
Heaven forbid the
Let him
chicken
smoke a
starts talking
cigarette.
back to you.
Yeah,
exactly,
smoking a
dude.
cigarette.
You're gonna feel real bad about shooting.
Yeah, dude,
That's
exactly.
unbelievable. He's in fucking court trying to keep someone out of the gas chamber and then going to bring someone to the gas chamber.
They say I'm executing
It does
chickens.
sound like he's kind of doing
Save
it
a
for the
life,
hell of
take
it.
a life.
That's
Save a
right,
life,
dude.
take a life. That's
Dude,
a
my
fucking-
father had a strict rule, dude. If that chicken stops laying, it's time to go. And I couldn't do it. And I had a strict rule.
I got a tag on. Sorry to interrupt. If that chicken stops laying, then I'm gonna start spraying. you
That's
know what I mean?
what it is, dude. That's what it was.
Machine gun. He's like, I killed the whole coop. He goes, I said take one out, Nate.
Dude, there was a time where they told me to kill one rooster. They told me to kill the mean rooster, dude, but I hated the loud rooster. So I killed the loud rooster first. And I went, hey, I killed the rooster. And they said, you killed the loud rooster. And I said, oh, silly me. I guess I'll have to go back.
Honestly, the mean one's been a little quiet about his rudeness.
Yeah, damn.
The loud one, although sweet, sucks.
The people got a
wild,
lot
man.
more polite after that, frankly.
Pretty wild, dude. In fact,
Started doing my laundry for me.
I know, dude, in fact, one time I tried to let a dog kill a chicken, dude, but we lived in the city at that time, and so I couldn't use a gun to kill a chicken then, because I hate, dude, it's a real hassle to cut, just to be thunking them on the head with that knife, dude. My dad can do it, but it's a real hassle to chase them down, you know. So we were living in the city, and I didn't want to shoot one with a gun because I I didn't want to set off a shot spot or something. So
Yeah.
I just cut the dog loose and was like, have at it, dude. But there was fucking feathers flying and shit, and it
This
was
is
loud.
unbelievable.
And I was
I
like,
know.
oh my god, dude, the neighbors can call the ASPCA on me, dude. I could get this. I called the dog back in, dude. You know, I was like, come on, get back in the house, get back in the house. So then my dad came out and was like, what the fuck's going on? I was like, well, I tried to get the dog to kill a chicken, but it got too loud and crazy, and I don't know. So
Can I ask you something? Do you have Snapchat?
yeah, it's
Your
somewhere.
fucking Snapchat camera roll has to be unbelievable. I can just see him like this. He's like, look at this giant feathers going everywhere.
nuts,
He's like, oh, I
dude.
documented the whole fucking thing.
It was crazy. It
see
was
it.
crazy, dude.
That's
But we
unbelievable.
did finally get a hold of it and do it old fashioned style, dude. My dad did it, but you know
what's funny? Your dad comes in and goes, Nate, have I taught you nothing? Takes a pillow, puts the gun behind the pillow. Like,
That's literally,
like a fucking,
dude, that's
no
literally
bullshit.
what my
Goes,
father,
"It's all
my
set."
Belgian
Walks back
father,
out.
and my Belgian grandmother were exactly like, be like, have we taught you nothing? They're like, my Belgian grandma would like grab by the head and be like,
No, I mean, my mom grew up in like, a
Yeah.
lot of poverty. They had to like kill their own food kind
Yeah,
of thing.
dude.
And like, just like the way she talks about it, she's like, I had to go and kill the chicken for dinner. Like, like when
Yeah,
I was like
dude.
Imagine.
8, like,
Imagine.
Dude, I seen my grandma from Louisiana, dude. I seen her kill a chicken with a shovel, dude. Okay, I say, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
You know what I
just
love about this conversation? We always say if there's a zombie apocalypse, I'd survive. No, the fuck I,
I would
wouldn't.
not. I would not survive
unless
a
we're
zombie
in a fucking Walmart that's stocked for 7 years.
I
I'm
think
not
I'd be
surviving.
okay, dude. I think I'd be all right.
Yeah, you 100%.
I'd be solid.
The
You
only way
literally
I
just said you threw a shotgun in a fucking truck. It's like that. First of all, I don't even know if I can drive a truck. It's been a while since I've been up this high. That's me. Guy from Boston. Were you a bank robber? You know, dude, did you hear that?
He said when he couldn't work that 6-shooter, dude, I nearly pissed myself, dude. I thought that
I'm
was
not-
so funny.
Yeah,
dude.
you're definitely not surviving the zombie apocalypse. You're like, oh,
Hey,
shit.
dude, I've handled a gun a few times. I've shot him, and I just not good. Not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
And nothing wrong
That's
with
why
that.
I'm a no passer. You know what I mean? That, and I heard it's an extra charge, and I heard people got in trouble. So I
That's
was like,
smart.
I'm just going to use a fucking pen.
That's-
The pen's mightier than the sword.
That's-
You are not wrong.
You know what I mean?
dude.
Seriously.
I know.
Yeah, that was very smart actually. I mean, you
Oh,
get-
since
you
we're,
get a
since we're
decade
talking about
more,
the
right?
second time I did it, there was also a security guard. There wasn't one the first time.
Gary, I'm
He-
so disappointed that you did this a second time,
A
dude. You
second
know what I mean?
time.
You were so
Imagine the
close to
same
being
one.
just like such
The
a
same
smooth
one.
criminal.
So the FBI agent goes, "Why did you go back?" I goes, "Because it was easy the first time." He goes, "Fair enough." Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Mhm.
He's like, "What made you do it?" I goes, "I don't know. I fell asleep watching The Town." He's like, "Oh, I was pretty sure it was heroin." He goes, "Hey," he looked at me, and goes, "You're a heroin addict?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't look strong out enough for you." Sorry, I was a little bit functioning. I got lunch and a haircut last Tuesday. What the fuck? So the second time I did, there was also 2 cop cars parked out front.
Yeah.
But I walked down the street to make sure they weren't anywhere near, and then went back up and did it with the 2 cop cars parked outside. I think it was a deterrent, like they purposely, because there's a 3-bank cluster there.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So even the big bank was there, the one that's
Right,
now
yeah,
banned
yeah.
across from Cabo. So I think they just do it as a deterrent, like no one's gonna. Well, I did. Hey, you know what's weird? The first time I did it, I went in the back door, out the back door. Second time I did it, I went in the front door, out the front door. No reason. No, they're like, "Why'd you do that?" Hey, then when you go to plead guilty and they tell you the date the first time you did it, it's your mother's birthday. My father, a retired captain, looks at me and goes, "Are you fucking kidding me? I hope you got her a good gift." I'm like, "I think that's why I did it. I want to get high and like, look at him. He's not working, but he got me a gift.
But he
somehow."
got me something. But
Yeah.
he's out there.
Hey, wanna hear
He's
the best
making
part?
money and he's trying.
Hey, Nate, second time I did it, a week before my dad's birthday.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Are you kidding me?
just family oriented.
That's
Yeah,
what
dude.
Hey, see, I
Yeah.
still had just a little bit of a conscience.
Yeah.
Barely.
Yeah. Just a touch
barely.
of gumption, dude. I
Yeah,
like that,
yeah.
dude. Yeah.
Is getting caught for this what led to you getting off heroin, or was
Yeah.
that like a longer story?
Yeah,
than that?
yeah, no. March 2014 is the last time I shot heroin. I stayed clean for 2 years, then I just fell back into like smoking pot and drinking occasionally. So
Yeah,
good.
dude,
What
look, dude,
Yeah.
I mean, if that's all you're doing and you made it this far, dog, in
Yeah.
2025, you're doing good. Dog. Yeah, you're doing great.
That's how I look at it. Like some people have to hit a rock bottom, you know, like car accidents, this, DUIs, all that other shit. I needed
Rob
a
a
rock
bank.
bottom. Yeah, my rock bottom. One of my buddies was like, "Dude, steal a pack of gum. He's into crime." I goes, "Well, it was the first thing I got caught for. It was just a doozy." You know what I mean?
You know.
I'll never forget my father that morning before I go to turn myself in. We're outside at the time. I'm still smoking butts. He's like, "Have a cigarette. Might be the last one for a while." And then we have the same name. So he's Gary Bolles. I'm Gary Bolles. So I'm in the thing and I'm getting brought extra food and a white shirt. Assistant superintendent brings a bag of everything free from the commissary. I go to lunch. Everyone's looking at me in Nashville Street.
Yeah.
One kid goes, "Are you a plant?"
Did you get to be like? Did you get to be like a trustee and shit real easy and stuff?
No.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
was only in there for a few weeks until bail reduction. So I'm in this what's called a new man unit. And I'm
Yeah.
on the top tier. So
Oh yeah, because you said you had a suspended sentence. I forgot. Yeah.
So I come down for lunch though, and the one of the kids is like, "You a plant?" I goes, "I don't really want to say this, but my dad's a retired guy." He goes, "Oh, can you get us out of here?" I goes, "Well, I'm fucking sitting here, so what do you think?" What do you think? Probably not. You know? And then he goes, "Come up to my cell. We got some extra food." They had a fucking supermarket in their cell.
Yeah.
They had all Ziploc
shit.
baggies like bread, snacks.
Yeah.
He's like, "Dude, we got it going on up here." I'm like, "I have to get the fuck out of here."
Was that
Yeah,
so? Was
yeah.
that technically? Because I don't know what you would call it in Massachusetts. Was that DOC or were you technically like in a holding facility? Like were you in jail?
I was in jail.
Okay, you're still
so
in jail.
I have
Alright,
friends who did like 3, 10. I know. And
Yeah, they go
I know
DOC
people who
and
did
shit,
20
yeah.
something years federal.
Oh,
Went
wow.
from here to Leavenworth to all these other
Yeah,
places.
yeah,
Like, mine's the blink of an eye compared
Right,
to these
right.
dudes.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I never got a taste, but I can't even fucking imagine. Everyone thinks it's like, oh, the girls. Yeah, obviously that's an important part. The fucking food
Yeah.
that would
Yeah.
kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
kill
thing
me.
I always worry about. is like-
When you get to DOC, the guys I've had have told me that the food in prison is way better because the jail. So I've had guys that would like they would be pissed if they got transferred between jails. 'Cause they'd be
Imagine.
like, dude, this motherfucker had a microwave, dude. I could fucking
yeah.
microwave ramen and cheese together and shit, dude.
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
like
yeah,
they fuck,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
so they get real
That's
into
what I was
that.
gonna say. When I was on Long Island in Quincy before it closed. It's a rehab island.
Yeah.
Between Quincy and Squantum. I'm there in an ankle bracelet. Everyone's doing jail mix. A lot of
Yeah.
these dudes did time. I never got
Yeah.
into that part of jail. So here I am
Yeah.
in an ankle bracelet. Like, you never had jail mix? Crushed up Doritos,
Yeah.
ramen,
Yeah.
capers, sardines.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? The microwave smells like fucking
Disgusting.
fish, cheese.
Yeah.
yeah, dude. No,
Really
I didn't
good,
know
though.
about that.
Dude,
Yeah.
they get
Real.
super. I used to. I had a guy that would bust up. He was like a jailhouse cook, dude. He would bust up Doritos and he'd mix them with water and he'd leave them out in the sun, dude, and make like matzah.
Imagine.
Dude.
Wow.
Yeah, make like
No, I
veggie-
can kinda see that.
Well, you know
Yeah.
they do lipstick in jail with melted Skittles.
Yeah, yeah,
They take lighters and turn it into like a battery-operated tattoo gun. They can do anything
Do
in
all
jail.
kinds of
No,
stuff.
So
that's
since
crazy.
we're on crime, one of the guys that was locking him in the island, I won't even say the town he's from. He used to do robberies. Right? They'd be so fucked up during the robberies.
Yeah.
They would go down the Cape. They would bury their stuff. Wake up the next day and be like, "Fuck."
Where'd it go?
Imagine risking your life. You're like, "Fuck, dude. Come on, really? Would you?"
A real
because I
dude,
could've
where's
sworn
my
it was
car
this
moment?
tree.
Yeah.
Hey, there's 18 holes like a fucking sitcom.
Yeah.
Like
So
this. They're looking for it.
Sounds like Fargo, where they,
I know,
they
right?
bury
Yeah,
it in
yeah,
the snow,
yeah.
and they're like,
Exactly.
"We'll find it. We'll find it." They put the little shovel there,
Hey, when
like
I
in
heard
the
that,
mile marker, wherever.
and this guy who told me this was locked up in Dare Island in Winthrop years ago when they
Yeah.
went to jail. And guess who was a guard there? My dad.
Ah, shit.
He goes, "Your dad and his buddies got more fucked up than us." He goes, "Do you know we did and found better drugs in there than we did in the streets?"
That's
Dare
another
Island
thing
is
you
a
can find.
free-for-all.
Yeah, that's
I
another
believe it.
thing.
Mark Wahlberg did time there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
dude.
For
Like a
the
prison camp. I went there
Yeah.
for cookouts with my dad. They didn't even have cells. It was like gates. Like it was like
Yeah.
cages.
yeah.
It was like almost like a storage cage. It was just
The,
cell.
the guys that I had that would go to places like hated, or they said that if you smoked weed, you'd get in a lot of trouble. You get your ass beat because they fucking the smell. You know, the guards come, they put everybody on lockdown, dude. But
Imagine.
pills and fucking blow were going
Yeah, 'cause
crazy.
Guess
They
what
can't
else?
win. Yeah.
Fucking bags of alcohol
Yeah.
and pie.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
Unbelievable. So my dad actually said when he was he worked at South Bay after Dare Island, he was like South Bay for years. The women were the real like, and he didn't mean that
Yeah.
in like a fucking
dude, women's prison crazy,
like,
dog.
crazy. So you know,
It's nuts.
you know,
Yes,
he
dude.
goes, you wouldn't believe the shit they smuggle in,
Oh,
like
yeah?
crack and diapers,
Yeah.
like crazy, just the shit, like,
wow.
and they're feisty and fucking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
dude, they got a real
Attack the
crazy
shot, yeah.
system. And you know, like where they like.
I'm like,
ran-
I've watched Orange is the New Black.
Yeah,
I
no,
know
that's
all
like my
about it.
only experience with it.
Yeah, yeah.
that's a-
I see it. I'm like, I kind of want to work there. No, like that. No, like that. Just like you be eating your lunch. You're like, Deborah went nuts again, dude. You see Deborah?
Jesus.
scary place to be, dude.
Always something to talk about there.
Dude, literally, yeah, all the time.
Like, have you ever
God.
seen that show Bad Girls Club where the girls all live in a house and they attack each other? It's on like Zeus TV. It's like trash TV.
Oh, okay.
Sounds,
No, 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 I haven't
security
seen
it
it.
guards.
sounds dope.
They
yeah.
show like the security guards who have to break these girls up every day. They're probably getting paid like $100, but they're on camera like, this job's cool as shit. Imagine being in a fucking jail and a fucking melee breaks out. I'm like, you go to these girls. Are
Yeah,
fucking
dude,
nuts.
some lady stabs you with a toothbrush, dude.
Or a nail file. How'd you get a fucking nail file?
Yeah,
on here?
yeah, dude.
There's some big ladies out there
Yeah,
that
dude,
can
there's some,
really do some
yeah,
damage.
dude, some terrifying, some terrifying broads in there, dude. Terrifying broads, yeah.
So
yeah.
it's funny you say that. A bank robber I used to buy weed from as a female in Southie.
Oh, nice.
And she,
Dude, I know.
I said that.
Hey, who's
Hey,
not
cool.
a bank robber in
sure,
South?
I would
yeah.
talk to girls and they'd be like, "Oh, I did time with her." I'm like, "Did you do time with her?" Or like,
Yeah.
time with her?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, were you
Talk
her?
to me.
Were you under
on.
her protection?
Yeah,
Or-
exactly.
yeah,
I was like, "Come on,
exactly.
tell me the good stuff. Anything happened?" She's like, "Shut up, Gary."
She owned your butt.
yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
Dude, Jesus Christ. Well,
Yeah, cool, man. Well, this has been just an I feel like we want to have you back and just like plan all
What
sorts
I'll
of
do
things
is
with you.
I'll,
Like,
I'll go out and commit a crime. And
Yeah.
I'll come back.
Yeah, we'll talk about
the
it.
crime because obviously if I do it in Massachusetts,
Yeah.
I really nothing will happen to me. So
yeah, exactly. We'll censor your face
I
on
won't
the
do
camera.
something-
It'll
Yeah,
be
it'll be
easy,
fine.
you know.
I won't do something that big. I'll go a little like we'll steal something else.
Yeah, I
you
love
rob
that.
the
Yeah.
same bank,
You know what I
dude.
would
Yeah.
like? Hey, a third time?
Yeah, why not?
He's just showing us how it's
I
done.
didn't even tell you guys this.
Oh, yeah, let's hear it.
I had to have been pilled out. He goes, you know, you went to do it a third time.
Really?
In the 3 weeks after
Nice.
the second time where I pulled my face down, he goes, yeah, you were in line. And you like chickened out and left. I went, I don't remember that.
Shit,
That's-
dude.
Dude, I was clawing at pins, fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I-
Oh no, no. I mean,
That too, dude.
It adds up.
I meant to tell you that, yeah, they were like, I still don't believe that. Like, buddy, look at the picture. I'm
Jesus.
like, that's not me.
Dude, that happened, dude, that
Hey, I'm
never
the only
happened.
guy to wear a blue sweater both times, but it's a different sweater. So
Yeah.
they were making fun of me. They're like, you wore the same sweater. I goes, look at the fucking logo on the
Amazing.
sweater. It's not.
It
I,
really brings out my eyes.
I didn't realize I picked the same sweater.
Amazing, dude.
Hey, how
I
about
like that you're arguing with them about that too.
Imagine,
It's just
I was like, that's not the same sweater, but all right, you whatever.
And that's not uncommon. Take a bunch of
I know,
pills and forget you
I
committed a
get the same
crime.
one twice. It's so embarrassing, but I'm arguing like, buddy, that's not.
hey, FBI agent,
Yeah.
which of us was high on heroin while we
yeah,
did this?
yeah,
okay?
right, yeah,
come on, dude.
I think
Seriously.
I know what I was wearing.
Yeah, come on. One was an LSU hoodie and one was a Vineyard Vines. Like,
There you
no. It's not even the same shade of blue. You know what I love about this before we end? I just want
Yeah.
to say the CCTV footage, how's it not gotten better?
That is so true. Like, yeah.
Elon Musk had a chip in a
It never
brain where a
will.
guy's fucking running a computer without
Yeah.
touching it, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What are we doing?
Dude, then they will always delete it after 48 hours. Too.
Actually,
That's the other thing. Yeah.
China has gotten really good at CCTV, like to
Yeah,
the
well-
point that they can like pick things up from like 10 miles away. I think from certain drones, like
What-
in their.
like,
Really?
What's going on?
It's fucked up, dude.
And again, why I'm never
They're
going
really
to
good at
China,
it.
dude. Goddamn, dude.
fuck
I'm
that.
saying, Jesus,
No.
it's terrifying, dude.
Yeah,
I don't like
fuck
nothing
that.
more with the government can have too many eyes on me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, dude? Oof, God.
They can't have
Yeah.
enough eyes over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, dude, that's great. Yeah, dude, they just love that. Yeah, everybody just
I mean,
want.
they got a lot of people. They need the extra eyes, but it's like almost too much.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean?
too much. That's
I mean,
crazy.
yeah, but I mean, you like walk through downtown New York like in the past couple of years. Like there's cameras.
There's cameras everywhere.
everywhere.
Same thing in
Everywhere.
Europe when I go
On
to
top
Belgium
of
and stuff.
cameras.
Yeah,
Dude,
Higher
yeah.
up on
you'll be in a
buildings.
smaller, like in a city, but like in a smaller, in Belgium and stuff, all over Europe, dude. And you'll be like, oh, dude, this is all on CCTV
Everywhere,
right now.
dude.
Yeah, dude.
Unbelievable.
So the world we live in.
That is.
Okay,
That's
but
why it's hard to commit crime now.
it is. But
It's fucking
speaking of,
nearly impossible.
I just want to like Gary. Are you feeling good about this crime? It sounds like okay. Are we going to do the haunting thing? By the way, I just want to
I
wrap
think
this
the
up.
haunting's
Right,
better
dude,
than the
I'm
haunting.
haunting.
with you on the haunting. I'm with you on the
haunting's way
haunting.
better.
The haunting?
Dude, that's a
Okay.
fantastic
We have
idea.
to get footage of it.
So
Yeah.
we're okay, cool.
It's
So
a
we're
great
gonna
idea.
bribe, haunt,
And then we'll sell it to another country, and they can blackmail them with the footage. Like, listen, you look so stupid talking to holograms, buddy.
There you go.
there you go. So this is like you're going to be able to retire on this one. Buddy.
Yeah, dude.
absolutely.
This is great.
It's
You can
sick,
you can
yeah.
rob banks for
And then
fun.
I'll actually call him in Thailand. Like, dude, I ran out of money.
Yeah, dude, there you go. Yeah.
I'm not with kids. I swear to God.
Well, he's never going to come back.
Yeah, then he's really
No
not. Yeah.
kids. Fuck this.
Oh shit.
Well, I agree. I agree with that assessment. I'm willing to concede when I know when to I know when to be humble, dude. And that's a good call, dude.
Very
That's a
excited
good call.
about that. You got to put those holograms to use,
Yeah,
man. Can't just like
I
steal
used to
Tupac.
always say that. I'm like, imagine if you can get on stage, you could really fuck with people. Like when I saw the first time that guy, I think the guy's name is like a billionaire who started
Yeah.
that hologram company.
Yeah.
I goes, wow, he probably tortures girls that come in the house. Because if I had a hologram, they just fuck with them. You know what I mean?
Just like have it pop up in random
Have to
spots.
go in the bathroom, he just pops up like, hi, honey, oh shit.
Dude, every
would
time I
torture
see
people.
hologram, I just think of Spaceball. Mel Brooks is Spaceballs,
best.
dude. You know when he
The
like
best.
he,
Yeah, yeah.
he
It's a great
teleports
movie.
himself. He's like, Scotty, beam me up. And he's beaming his head's on backwards. He's like, oh, why is my head on backwards? And he looks down and he's like, why didn't anybody tell me my ass was so big? It's so fun. Every time I think of that, I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Like, let's do this. Let's get this man
I
ass
really
on
hope they
backwards.
do a sequel before. He's like almost 100 years old.
Dude,
They need to do that
yeah.
sequel.
I know.
Did you
dude.
watch they did History of the World
Part
Like,
two,
Yeah,
It
was pretty good.
funny.
It was.
Pretty
It was.
funny.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
wasn't
mean,
bad.
that first one was fucking unbelievable. The big joint.
Yeah, dude, it's great.
Mel Brooks, man, what a genius.
It's good to be the king.
One of the
We'll
only.
have to get him on here.
Yeah.
I've probably seen 4 plays in my life, and one of them was Young Frankenstein. I
look
went
at
with my
that.
Young
mother. We
Frankenstein.
laughed our fucking asses.
I
off.
love
One of
Frankenstein.
my
Frankenstein.
favorite movies. Yeah,
Yeah, dude, that's right.
nice knockers.
It was an abnormal.
Oh my god, that was my sister's favorite joke growing up.
That's the
It's
best.
so funny. Okay, Gary. Well, you've been fucking great to
Yeah,
have
no,
on
thank you,
tonight,
guys.
dude.
This was
Thank you
aw-
for like helping us push our like
kidding
me?
crime planning
Absolutely.
boundaries, man.
I actually put it on my Snapchat story about you guys today, just that like what I was going to do.
Hell yeah.
I was excited to do this.
Fuck
Thank you,
yeah,
dude.
man. Well, you
Well,
did a
that's
great
great.
job, dude.
Yeah, we'll definitely have you back, man.
Yeah,
I would
make
love
sure you
to.
follow Gary at Boy from Boston 617 on Instagram, TikTok. Go see him do shows. He's always at Capo, which is a great place. I'm there sometimes too. It's fun.
Yeah, endless
need-
pasta, bottomless pasta.
all
Yeah.
all over town, dude. And you're a very funny guy too.
Thank
You're
you.
very
You guys
funny
are
guy.
too.
Oh,
thank
man.
you,
Well, thanks for
Appreciate
being
it.
on.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you, dog.
Very
Well,
much.
we're going to wrap it up here. I'm Joe,
I'm Nate.
and this has been Perfect Crimes.